Hey learners! Today we are going to talk about what you are going to do for your assessment for the Ocean Atmosphere and Climate unit. And for this unit, you are going to take everything that you learned about the ocean, atmosphere, and climate, and you are going to create a travel brochure where you are going to compare two different locations and talk about why someone would travel one of the locations rather than the other based on the kinds of things that they desire. For example, if I wanted to travel somewhere warm, I might not, not travel to a place that looks like this. And you're going to tell your travel companions or whoever's trying to read your travel guide why they would choose not to travel here and how you know that this would not meet their needs. So you're going to try to capture someone's the audience and try to convince them to travel to different locations on Earth, and you're going to use your knowledge of the Earth, of the ocean, atmosphere, and climate to convey why someone would travel to a certain place. You may even say why you would travel there at a certain time of year based on the different types of weather that a place might have because of its location or proximity to the equator, or because of the amount of rainfall that it gets. So you're going to start by picking two different locations which have significantly different climates. So maybe you'll choose somewhere cold and somewhere warm. Maybe you'll choose somewhere that gets a lot of rainfall and versus a desert. So you're going to kind of try to think about locations that would seem different so that when you look into the research and you look into the information, you can really convey why somebody would want to travel there rather than the other place. So you're going to do some research into the climate, the geography, so the latitude, its distance from the equator, the ocean currents that flow nearby, or maybe it's not near ocean currents, maybe the prevailing winds that go across this continent. And then you're going to analyze that information and you are going to share it so that people better know. So you're going to create some explanations about what you know in order to convince someone that they should or should not go. And here's just kind of a basic structure. So you're going to have an introduction. You're going to tell me about the locations. You're going to look at the climates. You're going to look at the atmosphere and ocean connections. Then you're going to create some sort of conclusion. Let's go ahead and look at some examples. Okay, so here we are in Canva where there are some examples of what a travel brochure might look like, things that you might include, and you are more than welcome to use any of these templates in Canva to create your travel brochure. Now remember, it must follow the expectations and parameters of the assignment, which would be including two different locations, looking at the climate of each location, its location or proximity from the equator, and what that means. So we're not just going to put this location is near the equator. We're going to put this location is near the equator, and we know it's hot because the equator gets the most energy from the sun, and places that are close to the equator or get more energy from the sun tend to be warmer. So we're going to include information like that in our project. When you are done, you are going to come into the project submission and you will upload your project to your brochure or your project or a screenshot of your project here. I hope that you enjoy creating this travel brochure and telling people all about what you have learned about the ocean, atmosphere, and climate and different locations and why someone may or may not travel to them. Remember, today is a great day to learn. Happy learning!